Hi guys, welcome to Adam McKola TV. I'm Adam. This is the preview for Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur, the first league game of the season. I've been waiting so long to say that. Having just come back from the pre-season tour in America with full-time Devils. Had an absolutely great time out there, by the way. But I always had one eye on this fixture coming up. And now I cannot wait to take my seat at Old Trafford again. The game is on Saturday at 12:45 UK time. So one of the earlier kickoffs, buzzing about that as well for once. Despite it meaning that you obviously got to get up a little bit earlier in the morning. Cannot wait to see United back in Premier League action. Obviously our final game in the pre-season tour, we lost against Paris Saint-Germain. Despite enjoying a very good start to our pre-season campaign. 3 wins on the bench. We even had a victory over Barcelona in there. But I feel that defeat against Paris Saint-Germain could be just what we needed. A little kick up the arse just ahead of the new season. Obviously last campaign, we had a very good pre-season tour. We went into with a new campaign, absolutely buzzing with what we were seeing. 3-5-2, Ashley Young playing at wing back, players playing all over the shop, and then we lost against Swansea. Hopefully the defeat against Paris Saint-Germain will guard us against that now. The players will go on to it a bit cautious, a bit wary, a bit on their toes, and get a victory, because we need to start off this campaign as we mean to go on. Playing Spurs at home, obviously we could get easier fixtures, but I think this is exactly what we need for the same reasons, to keep us on our toes going into the season, and hopefully we can hit the ground running. Bit of a concern for me over the pre-season has been our defence. Obviously we've seen Phil Jones and Daley being more often than starting at the heart of the centre of the defence, and that needs to change for me. I've read something today, I believe, in The Guardian, which said Louis van Gaal's Phil Jones' performances against Paris Saint-Germain wasn't good enough, and he'll start Chris Smalling there for me. That has to be done. Chris Smalling is our best centre-half that we have at the club, probably alongside Marcus Rojo, and we need to start Chris Smalling. I think Marcus Rojo will eventually start once he gets his fitness back. He only returned to training this week, so getting Chris Smalling in there is vital for me. Phil Jones has gone so far backwards, he's unrecognisable now. He's not taking on that responsibility that you expected him to take on when Rio and Vidic left, and this season is a huge one for him. Obviously he's got great potential, but he's not shown that enough for Manchester United yet, and he really needs to improve and buck up his ideas. Chris Smalling, on the other hand, after his red card at the Etihad last season, came on leaps and bounds, and he started to look like the defender we believed he could be. So for me, he needs to start. Not sure about Daley Blind at centre-half, but obviously with Marcus Rojo just back in training, it's likely that he'll start there. We really need to nail down a new centre-back, especially if we want to challenge for the Premier League title. Moving away from that though, and onto midfield, the selection headache that we've been given there now by the signings that we've made this summer. Schneiderlin, Carrick, Schweinsteiger, Herrera. That's just 4 of them in there. And for me, one of those needs to start every game. And Herrera. Carrick and Schneiderlin are very similar. Schneiderlin will be a great signing for us, I believe. He'll go on long term. To be that quiet kind of signing, but the one that makes us tick over, like Michael Carrick was when we signed him all those years ago. But for me, we need to play one of Carrick and Schweinsteiger, Schneiderlin, and then Herrera in a midfield 3. Now, obviously, we've been playing more of a 4-2-3-1, 4-4-1-1 formation, which has meant we haven't been able to play 3 central midfielders at once. But Herrera makes us tick for me. He gives us that someone that's going to come and pick up the ball. He's buzzing all over the pitch, bringing Mata, Depay, Rooney into the game. And I believe we need that. We look like we lacked a lot of pace, a lot of energy through the middle of the park in the game against Paris Saint-Germain, and at various other times in the pre-season as well. So getting Ander Herrera in there for me would be vital. Obviously, where's Memphis going to start? Is he going to be up front? Is he going to be on the wing? Who knows? But the formation I think we'll go with in the first game against Tottenham Hotspur will be a 4-2-3-1, 4-4-1-1 formation. Back 4, you're looking at Luke Shaw and Darmian, who can be our fullbacks for a long time, I hope. Then Daley Blind and Chris Smalling at the heart of our defence. David De Gea in goal as well, if he's still here. If he's staying, starting. If we're playing hardball with Real Madrid, starting. Simple. I believe his head will be on the game. Obviously, if he makes a mistake or anything goes wrong, people are going to say, oh, his head's in Madrid and all that. But I don't believe all that stuff. I think he'll play like a professional and he'll do well for us. Then in the midfield, I'd go with, this is what I think we'll play, remember, Carrick and Schneiderlin. Then Young, Depay, Mata, and then Rooney up top. That's the team I think we'll start with. I don't think we'll see Schweinsteiger in the starting lineup, although he could prove to be a very key player for us as the season goes on. I also expect to see us play more of a 4-3-3. Maybe when we sign Pedro, it's likely that that may become a done deal in the next couple of days. So I do expect us to go towards a more 4-3-3 formation, but having seen how we played in pre-season, I expect us to go that way. My prediction for the game would be a 2-0 Manchester United. Spurs seemingly always start off a little bit slow, don't they? They've been in pre-season tour as well. Apparently their flight's been delayed from Munich to England, so they won't get back now until Thursday. So their preparations for the game has been disrupted a little bit, and I'll be happy for them to have them excuses coming into it, as long as it means Manchester United start the new season with 3 points. I'm going 2-0 United, Rooney and Memphis. Guys, get your comments in below. Let us know what you think about the game coming up. What are your predictions for the game against Spurs? Are you going to be there? Get your comments in below. Who do you want to see in the 11? Like the video, subscribe to McKola TV. I'll be back with plenty more content throughout the season. See you later.